We know many farm groups have expressed concerns with the proposed Waters of the U.S. rule. We talked with Senator Deb Fischer. She says her concerns go beyond agriculture.
This just isn't an agriculture issue. It involves our cities and our counties, which means our taxpayers are going to have to pay for it. In fact, an interesting fact that came out of this hearing was by a home builder who said that currently 25% of the cost of a new home is due to regulations. And when we have more regulations coming from the United States government with this Waters of the U.S., that's going to add even more cost. Owning a home is an American dream, and to put that out of reach of people is not the way we want this country to go. We want to be able to have sensible regulations. We all want clean air, we want clean water, but we need sensible regulations. And when the federal government is stepping in and trying to control state water, I don't think that's appropriate. We in Nebraska own our water. The state owns the surface water and the groundwater. The federal government should not be interfering in that.
You mentioned it's not just agriculture, but certainly agriculture you think would be impacted.
Of course. You know, when you control the water in this state, you control land use. It's going to be difficult for farmers to be able to make improvements on their land. But as I said, it affects everyone. It's going to be difficult for counties to maintain roads, because when you have water in the ditches or roads, when you have to put in a new culvert on these county roads, you're going to have to meet regulations of the federal government by the EPA. That's going to add time, and it's going to add cost to every project, and it's going to cost Nebraska families more.
I'm getting the sense the EPA is probably not going to do things in the way that you would like, so do you think that ultimately a bill will have to come forward that, we're going to have to deal with it in that way?
Well, we'll be dealing with it through legislation. We'll be trying to figure out what we can do to lessen costs on families here in the state of Nebraska. We'll be looking at how we can do it that way, but I would imagine there's going to be lawsuits in the future, which we don't want to encourage that. We don't want to see government make regulations knowing that there's going to be lawsuits, but I think that'll happen as well.
Weather's up next, and still to come when you're dyeing those Easter eggs this weekend. We'll show you one of the places those eggs may have come from. Stay tuned.